I see this question all the time where people are asking, should I start my own online business? Maybe they're working for someone already and they're thinking to themselves, if I were to do this on my own, I could actually do pretty well, make more money so I'm not capped with my income, and actually work whenever or wherever I like and have the lifestyle that goes with that. But here's the thing. The real question that should be asked is, are you cut out for business? Because not everyone is actually cut out for business. Some people are more about creating the product, the service, and the idea of doing that. And they're not really inclined towards the actual business side of things. So that's what I want to talk about today. And if you're thinking about doing that, maybe this is going to give you some helpful tips that you can take forward and help you figure out what you want to do. Hey, it's Marlon here from marlonmcpherson.com, and I do content like this to help online entrepreneurs level up their game, especially with their website and online content, and help them implement tools, systems, and strategies so they can grow their business and deliver the best customer experience they can. If this sounds like you, go ahead and stick around. Okay, so what, like I said, you should be asking is, am I into the whole online business thing where I can actually run the business operations? Because the thing is, business requires a whole bunch of things to happen in order for you to have a business that actually works. If you just create a product and service, anyone can do that nowadays. You just need to package up either some knowledge that you have in an expert field, or you have a product that you can create that you can then sell. And you can set up a website, set up whatever it is online and start selling tomorrow. But just because you can do that, it doesn't mean that you'll have a business that's going to work out if you haven't actually got a system in place or a process in place and the ability to carry out other business operations, because it's an end-to-end thing where you'll need to be able to bring in new leads, be able to convert them into customers, and actually fulfill the product or service that they actually pay you for. So all of this comes with responsibilities and things that you have to do in a consistent way and in a systematic way. Now, if you feel like, okay, you know what, this is too much work, and oftentimes that's what happens. People start and they realize, oh my word, this is actually a lot of work, and they get discouraged and they feel like, you know what, I can't really do this. They love to create, they love to make the thing, but to do the actual ins and outs of it, they may find it boring, overwhelming, you name it, whatever the words might be. And you think, you know what, it's a lost cause. And oftentimes they end up not doing anything about it. And because they've started, they carry on, but nothing's really growing. They're not really bringing in customers. They're not really making sales. And they feel like they're stuck in a rut. Now, what do you do? Now, there are a couple of options that I want to talk to you about today and give you as an idea that you can probably explore. The first one is, if you feel like you're just a creator and you're not into the business side of it, one option is to partner with someone who has that skill set and you're able to work with. You'll have to give up some equity in your business. You'll have to give them a share of profits and, you know, have them as an actual business partner. And you need to make sure that you have some sort of agreement in place that's like bulletproof. It doesn't matter if it's friends, family, or whoever. Make sure you always have contracts in place so that if anyone's not pulling their weight and not doing what they're responsible for, then they can be held accountable. So choose carefully though, because not everyone's compatible as a whole. So even if someone might have the skill set, they might not be someone that you can get along with it. Some people move slower than you, other people move faster than you. And this can be something that's kind of like a burden when it comes to partnerships. But there are lots of partnerships out there that work, and there are others that are not so successful. So you just need to really think about who you want to partner with. So that's one option. The other option I would say is that you could look at working as a freelancer or on a freelance basis with a legitimate business that actually carries out the operations of bringing in clients, and they just use you to fulfill the service. And whatever that contract is between you and them, you can kind of negotiate that to either be someone that deals with their clients for them, or you could just work completely behind the scenes and not have to deal with the ins and outs of doing the customer facing or client facing activities. So they'll pretty much do all the work for you. Now, the difference between that and a partnership is that A business partnership, again, they have equity in the business as a partner, but with a contract, a freelance contract, you are actually just fulfilling the service to that other company, and you have an agreed price or rate or whatever it is that you're charging for, and they just pay you for your services or for your product. Sometimes it could be that you're licensing something to them, or you're actually physically creating the thing every time they request a service. And it gives you kind of like some security and peace of mind, and it allows you to do your thing without having to think about, oh, I have to do some marketing. You have to do some level of marketing still in order to make the connection with that company or any other companies, because you can work with multiple companies. You have to market yourself to these other companies and seek out that business. But at the end of the day, once you have a solid contract in place and it's ongoing long term, then it takes a lot of that burden off of you. So those are the two ideas that I would love for you to explore. Of course, there are many other ways that you can actually still run some sort of online business without necessarily getting into the ins and outs of the actual business operations of marketing, sales, and fulfillment. And these are three pretty crucial parts of any business, regardless of whether or not it's online. If you can get your head around all of that and actually do it for yourself, then you have way more opportunities and way more control over your business or what you do to make money from your product or service. Now, go ahead and leave me some comments if you're watching on YouTube and let me know your thoughts on this. If you're listening on the podcast, you can drop me a message over on my website, marlonmcpherson.com. Now, in the meantime, do check out one of the videos that I've got on screen if you're watching, or if you're listening, check out one of my other episodes, and I'll catch you in the next one.